These are all some kids who I taught during a residency I had on an island called Lamu in Kenya. And I just found out, I was telling Julia here that I just found out that Lamu was actually, I don't even know how to put it, it wasn't a German colonial state, but it was an island that was partly administrated, benevolently administrated by the German colonial administration. Lamu is a super tiny island, and on it, a lot of Spanish individuals have invested in building an orphanage called Anidan. Now, Anidan is more than an orphanage because it's more like a community center / orphanage, because it helps the people of the community, because it's an orphanage / hospital, has a big hospital on it, and it's free for local Lamu residents. If you're from Lamu, you get treatment there all the way from childbirth to adulthood for free. And this is super helpful for these people because they're not really doing well. And the orphanage also is partly orphanage / school. So a lot of the children, if your parents are not in a position to assist you to go to school, you can come there to be trained. And part of that is they added a creative aspect to it where, like, because the Kenyan curriculum at that point did not have art as a subject you could study. So they thought it would be worthwhile to have these people study creative subjects. So they made it into a residency where every 4 months an artist can come. They prefer Kenyan artists, but also locally East African artists is fine. You come, you stay for 4 months with these guys, you come with your practice, so you teach something from your from the basis of your practice, and then like find how it can relate to the time and place that you're there. So far, I've enjoyed my time. It's been really wonderful. I actually didn't expect this because from what I know, the other studios, the other program has 2 people usually sharing. And also this is just most people's mental idea of a residency is like you're going to be with one other person. And of course, the students are in the other building just across. And so it's like we're basically all together. But I had expected that I would be with someone together in this same studio. So as you can imagine, I've had a lot of space to myself.
Is it good or is it bad?
It's good. No, I have to say it's good and bad. It's not all good. It's good and bad because I really do love the challenge of having someone with you to do a back and forth with consistently. But it's good because I like my space, my own personal alone space, which is what I've had in here. Yeah. So I can't complain. So what I'm doing on my seminar is I'm doing an artificial intelligence, more like we are critiquing artificial intelligence in the arts, specifically the visual arts, because most of us are visual arts practitioners. I chose to make it as broad as that because above and beyond that is the way that the HFBK teaches is very open-ended, how a student can choose to approach their studies. And for that reason, I have in my seminar a randomized group of individuals, you know. I have a sculptor, I have a painter, I have a digital artist. So when you have that, it's not very easy to focus the teaching. So it was better to say, we are going to talk about AI, and then irrespective of your individual practice and your future vision. And it's panned out into so many things because almost every other exhibition I visited here or group of people is talking about AI and data politics at the moment. So it's almost magical how it just worked out. Actually, I have no name of the street. I can't picture the street, but it's on the pier and you can see the water. It's like if you are near Lübecker, I think. So you know Lübecker, right?
No.
Okay. It's Raushaus, I think?
Raushaus, yeah.
Yes, no, so close to Raushaus where if you took the U3 and you get to the water. I really love the boardwalk. I love like that because it also reminds me very much of Lamu. It's basically almost the same thing. So I think that would be, because if I start to go on a tirade of my favorite spots, this thing will take like 5 hours. So I don't know. I think that is a place that's beautiful and I like to relax in and just go sit and watch the water from. I think the space is what I do like about it because of what it does to my mindset and how I create. It very much has been, Did you make them here or Yes, I made all the work that is showing will be at the Open Studios during my so far 3 months here. And
March?
yes, March 28th. Yes.
Me too.
Oh, wonderful.
At the HFBK since March.
Congratulations.
What a coincidence.
I see. So we have something in common there. So yes, I made all this work here. I wouldn't generally work on this scale at from my home or my home studio. So being in this space opens your mind space in that way, like to what you could create. And in fact, I feel like this has come a bit too soon, in that like my idea of a good open studio would have been at the end of the 6 months, because there would have been a bigger body of work. I would also have really molded myself into this space, so you would see a lot more work that befits the space in a sense. I don't know how to use those words, but like I would have hung things, I would have had things on the top of the wall, like that sort of thing. I would have really gone out with it because of the space lending itself to that sort of thing. This space is almost like literally like a gallery space, you know? So when you think about it, you could open your mind as widely as you want to how you could make. That's why it's been a very good experience for me.